Hi all, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we are going to do issue 14 of Build the Ecto-1. So, let's get modelling. Right, so I've looked at this this build and it does look like it's going to be quite challenging. So I've got all my parts laid out here, and I've also got all my screws ready. Quite a lot of screws in this one, so if I go down the list, there are HP screws, HM screws, KM screws, EM screws, GP screws, JM screws and IM screws. So we've got a lot to do today. So we're starting with this part here, as you can see, and it has an L on it, and that represents the left side. So what we're going to do is bring over this sort of hinged part here, which as well has an L on it, and it wants us to screw that into this part with some EM screws. Now EM screws seem to be the most they've used in this, so I would presume that a lot of it is going to be EM screws. So we're just going to line that up just like that. We're going to get one in one side. Oh no, that hasn't gone fully in. And I'll tell you what I'm doing wrong. I should also be dipping these in a bit of 3-in-1 oil, so that they are a lot easier to put into the screw holes. So I'll bob that in a little bit of 3-in-1 oil. You see that goes in a lot better, like so. And then we'll get another EM screw, load that up on the screwdriver. Okay, bit of 3-in-1 oil, and that keeps wanting to come out for some strange reason. You know what, it's just going to be one of them days where things just seem to happen. So let's get this EM screw in. There we go, let's get that one all the way in. Not too tight because this has to move. And let's get that one all the way in there. And that is the bit on there, like so. So the next bit it's asking us to do is we need to bring over this tiny, it's like a cone shape. You can see that on my hand. And all we're simply doing with this is there's this little hole on here. We're just going to bob it in that hole, and then from underneath it wants us to screw that into place with a GP screw. Now GP being plastic, I don't need to put any oil on. I'm having to go use a small screwdriver though, because these screws are very small. Get that loaded up. Oh, and that's just flinged onto the floor. So let me grab that. It's just going to be one of them days today, I can tell. And we're just going to screw this into place, try and hold in that cone while we screw the thing, because it's wanting to move around, and that's now in place like so. So the next part is we need to bring this part over here. Sorry, I will do a close-up of the finished bit. So as you can see, that's that cone piece there in place. Apologies for that. So we're bringing over this piece here, and all it wants us to do is to get this part here, and again we're going to be screwing it in with some EM screws. So let's get an EM screw, dab of oil, let's get this lined up into the hole. Screw it in, wrong screwdriver. Now I'm going to put this one in a bit further so it don't fall out. So grab another EM screw for the other side, dab of oil, it twisted a little bit with the other screw, so let's get this in. Nicely into place, like so. And then it wants us to bring over this part here, and basically from looking at the pictures it's to go in this way as well. Bit of a fiddly issue today, and again that needs to go in with another EM screw. So let's get that in, line that up before, yeah, right, get some oil. And just try and screw that in if you can. And the problem is with this, it's just not wanting to line up, but it has done. So let's get another EM screw for the other side. Now we've got to remember we are going to be doing a few of these because we will have the other side to do as well. So let's get this in. Screwing that down, one like that, and another like so. Okay, so next we need to bring over the chassis that we worked on last time, and the first thing it's wanting us to do is it wants us to bob this bit, which bit, sorry? Yes, this bit, and it wants us to bob it in, I believe, like so. Yes, correct. So, like that in there. Okay. And then we need to turn it over and fix it in place with some HM screws. Now we haven't used these yet, so let me get my screwdriver, dab of oil, I'm going to screw that all the way down. Now I'm just going to take that out a bit and just sort of so I do believe it was screwing in. Right, that's better. It's trying to screw in at an angle. I don't know if that's correct or not. So let's take the screw out. Let's see if that's correct. So let's pop it back in. The hole's lined up. Let's try putting it in the other hole and see if it is screwing in at an angle, and it's not. So what happened there is I had the wrong direction of the screw in that. So let's bob in the other one. It should be fine. And that is in place like so. So now we've done that, we need to flip this over. We need to get the first part we worked on, and we'll literally, let's see, line that up. Let's make sure we do this right and correct. So this was to be sort of lined up here, but then it needs to be secured in place with these brackets. Okay, and for this we're using IM screws. So let's get one bracket into place. Now these brackets are like a step down. So that's in place. We'll go into metal, dab of 3-in-1 oil. Now I'm just going to get the first one sort of in place, and then I'm going to get the second one in, and then I can screw it all down together to make sure it is correct. So IM screw again. If I can pick one up, it won't let me. Okay, so oil, let's get that down, and then get another screw, dab of oil, that down on that one, fourth screw, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten all 4 screws in place so that it's secure in place. Third one, and the last one to secure in place like so. And I'll show you that now. I can probably show you on this camera. That's that part in place now. Hopefully the right way. Okay, so you know, I'm sure I got that on the wrong way around. Let's just double check the magazine. Let's have a look. Yes, I have. I've actually got that on the wrong way around. It should be the other way round. And that now is in the correct place. A little bit of editing there, but just trying to save a bit of time in this video. Okay, so if we just move that to one side for now, we're going to be working on what I do believe is the braking system. So the first thing it wants us to bring over is this part here, and we need to bring over this part here, and literally, let's have a look, we need to be slotting this in like so, and once that's slotted in we need to secure it in with 2 EM screws. Okay, so let's get an EM. Yeah, that's the correct screwdriver. Now, strangely enough on this, it's not actually saying which holes to screw into, so just looking at the alignment of it, and let's just get that screw back on. There are 2 holes, one there, and another EM, and one here. And let's just make sure, yeah, that's all nice and flush. Okay, double checking that. Yep, that's on. A little bit loose, so let's just tighten them screws up a bit more. And that's really not going anywhere. Just make sure. Yeah, that's nice and securely in place. Okay, so turn this around, the next thing we need to do is bring this part here, and we're just going to simply make sure it's run the right way around, slot it over this other part. Need to make sure the screw holes line up, which they now do, and we're going to be putting this in with some HP screws. So let's get some HP screws in there. First one in, only slightly, and then I'll go around and tighten the rest after. That's 2 in. That's 3, tighten, tighten, and tightened. Okay, so we need to bring the chassis back over, and what we need to do is we need to screw this in. Now I'm just looking at the orientation of this, and I do believe that it needs to be screwed in this way around. So you have this bit coming out this way. Okay. Now I am a bit mystified of how this is going to actually go into it. That's because it needs to be turned over. Right, so that's now turned over, and the screw we want to put this in is a HM screw. Trying to load it up with my screwdriver while holding this. No, I'm going to have to do it that way. That's it. And we are going into metal, so dab of oil. Oh, it's still on the screw, thank goodness. Now, I do believe that was on, but not on. Because it wasn't tightening. Now let's just double check. Yes, definitely a HM screw coming towards the back. Let's double check. IM screw, actually, I got that one wrong. Let's get an IM screw. Right, so let's get an IM screw loaded up. Bit of oil, and that is going in a lot better than the other screw. There we go, and that's in place. Now, one thing I did forget to do is I also forgot to put the spring in for the shock absorber. So that's now in place as well. And next we would have to turn it over anyway, because we need to put this part down through the shock absorber. Okay. Okay, so that down through the shock absorber. Then we need to turn it back over, because somehow we've got to sort of squish it down. and put a screw in, which is a HM screw. So let's try and get this loaded up, because I am trying to pressurise the spring to get this in. So, right, that's taken. Get this down into it. All the way. Sorry about that. Right. Whew. That yeah, that really does work your fingers. Does that? Okay, so that's that part done now. The next part it wants us to do is it just wants us to bring over these two parts here. We need this part here. Let's look. And we need to attach, let's make sure we get this in the right place. So it's this side, no. Right, this side. And we need to bob that onto the side there, and we need to put this in with a HM screw. Now I presume this is for the steering linkage for the Ecto-1. Like so. Okay, now I'm just going to double check something, because we haven't secured in this yet, which is a bit strange, which I would have thought we would have done by now. So let me just look at the finished views, and it doesn't really say if that one's gone in, and it has. I missed a bit. It needed to go in with a JM screw. I really do apologise for that one. I absolutely missed that stage. You know when you're just having a bad day? I'm having a bad day. Right, so that's now in place, and I can manoeuvre around. Just make sure that's all the way down. Yes, it is. Okay, my bad on that one. So looking at it from this angle next, it then just wants us to simply bob this steering linkage down there, and that's just going to be secured in with a KM screw. So I've got my KM screw. I really am having difficulties lining up screws this morning. Well, sorry, we're in the afternoon actually. And let's just secure that down in place. I will show you a finished thing of it done. And that is all we have to do in this issue. So as you can see, that's all in place there now. Okay, it's able to move that backwards and forwards. That's a bit of detail on that. And that's it for today. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. That was quite a bit of a tricky build to do today. I'm glad I got it done and out of the way. And yeah, I'm only 4 issues behind now at the moment on the Ecto-1. But I had an email the other day saying that more's on its way, so I'm going to try and get as many of these videos out so I can get caught up as soon as possible. But if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified of any of my future videos that I release. But from me, guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.